Hi, welcome to EZ Wing Chun. So today we're gonna go over a really famous techniques. One of the most important techniques in Wing Chun. This motion right there, when the guy punch you and then you shear and then you try to punch the guy back. I'm gonna show you how I'm doing it, and I'm gonna show you how to train it with your friends and solo. Let's go. In this game I'm the author man, life too short for not the chance. You hate me, still the same. None of your men may call the chance to the border. To corner my honor and yet conquer. It's my life, not other. This kung fu guy get no orders. In traditional Wing Chun, it is designed to counter another Wing Chun punch. And if you notice that Wing Chun punch is like this, right? So it's on your center line and then it's at the chest level. So at around here, then the punch curve up to your face, right? That's why Jam Zhao is designed to take the punch at the chest level. Don't take the punch here. You can still be able to do that. But the cons is if the guy has a really good Ji Zhao, now basically you push his hand down so that your punch can come in, right? This is very problematic if the guy's good. Because if the guy retreat and then back fist you, now you eat a back fist, right? You don't want that. You shear in, you take your center line, right? That's the main concept of Jam Zhao. Just remember that, right? That's just the old quote in Wing Chun. Like my Chang Chung Chung Se and Lak Sao Chik Chung. It means you, the guy on the center line, you outside, you get your elbow in, you steal the center line, and then if you feel empty, you hit, right? That's just basically what that means, right? Traditionally, you just use it like this, but you can also use it like this too, right? Let's say if the guy attack you for some reason, right? And then you like this, see, you clear the line, right? Without the jump zone energy, you will fly back because like go really hard, like right? If I punch like a boxing punch, I'm flying back right away, right? And if I got my elbow in, now it's a different story, right? Like punch, right? The guy cannot take my balance because my elbow is in. I clear my own center line, right? Another way you can use is when the guy grab your shirt or something, right? But you see, his hand is really close to your face, right? And then he's occupied your center line. So now you want to steal the center line back. You want to regain it. You don't want his hand is like this. Because if it's like this, he can take my balance. If he push me, if he pull me, if he punch me, right? Like push and pull, don't be nice. And then, yeah, see, I'm off balance and then he can attack me, right? Just keep that in mind. What if this hand is about to punch you and then this hand just a bait? Because many people think that, okay, this hand about to punch. This is to control the guys, right? What if he punch you with this hand? Now you're in a very problematic situations, right? You don't want that. There's people always so underrated this kind of punch to your face, right? Because it's so close to your face. Look, this. Oh. sorry.
It's okay.
You see, I just lightly push. I'm not even like actually punching, right? Because I like it. But what if the guy's like, look at this, and then he punch you in the face, right? You don't want that. So as soon as it happens, like I say, get my shirt, you get it right away. So another time where you can use jump zone is whenever it's got hand contact. Let's say a sparring, let's say a self-defense situation, doesn't matter, right? Especially when your hand is outside and then it's on top of the guy's hands, right? This is very important because Wing Chun, we really like to attack from this side, right? Because if you look at a fighting situation, it's like a triangle, right? If you look like this, right? Okay. You see this triangle right here, like pointing at my face, right? So now if you got a same triangle and then two triangle at the tips, right? So we fighting. I don't want that, right? Wing Chun is like this. If I fight the tips of the triangle, I will take a lot of effort. What if I attack it from the side, right? When you attack it from the side, it's not that hard, right? Because if I go right in here, I take a lot of force, like tense up, really tense up, okay? That take a lot of force to like push him back, right? But if I go from the side, now it doesn't take much, right? I can do whatever I want. I'm in already, right? No way he gonna defense in time and have enough powers to do that because that from the side of the triangle. That's just basically physics. And Wing Chun is based on the triangle theory. So basically you use the tip to attack where the guy's weaknesses is. Okay, So now I'm gonna show you the mechanic of a jump out. Very simple and basic, just like the triangle theory I already talked about. So that when you, if you go forward, as long as you go forward, the guy force will steer away to the side. So you never have to afraid of this punch, right? The first problem people always take is they always scared the punch gonna go to their face, go to the chest. So they push it like this. Okay. Yeah. You cannot do it, right? Like, don't try to push the guy, because if you push the guy, now you trigger this shoulder muscle. What if the guy is really muscular? What if he's really tough? Because that how he gonna attack you. He want to choose an easy target. He want to choose a really weak, feeble guy, right? He don't want to choose a really muscular that just go out from gym that's got a on t-shirts like May Thai school. No, he gonna choose somebody that weak, that's somebody like really skinny, right? That's why you don't want to use force against force. That's why you want to go forward, right? The second mistake is people always put it down, right? The idea of jump out, in my opinion, is like a punch. It is a supplement to a chain punch, right? So when you do it, it almost automatically turns to a punch, right? You never want to put it down. If you put it down, how can you punch from this? Like you put down and then you punch. That's two bits, right? The jump out is to steal the center line. So you only on one bit. So that's why when he punched me, I go right in and then to his face. See how he cannot detect that compared to, okay. See, his punch still coming to my face, right? To my body, right? So I cannot punch him in time because he punched me is one beat, right? And then if I try to do this, it's two. So don't do that, right? Only one shear to the face, right? So now I'm gonna show you how to train with a partner, with your friends, right? This is a very simple techniques, right? It just need reps so that you can have your elbow in place. That's about it, right? So when you train it, it could be off the chain punch. I know that nobody gonna attack you in chain punch, but that's how you train it in a dynamic perspective, right? You don't want to train it like the hand, the guy's got a hand like this, then you do that, right? That's not realistic, right? You want to train it a little bit more realistic. That's why, so that when the guy's hand is here, when he's here, when he's here, you can always use the just so, right? Always use the jump so. I'm sorry. For some reason, I always go back to the just so last episode. Oh, but if you guys haven't watched the just so episode, you should watch it. It's a really cool episode if you want to learn some cool techniques. Something like this to attack the guys, right? Okay, get back to our episode. Okay, so if he when he chain punch me, right? Like chain punch, right? There's many things you can do, right? You can go right in here, right? Punch him. There's one thing to keep in mind that this hand punch, this hand still guard, right? Why I need to guard? Because what if I mess up and then this punch go to my face, right? That's why I need a second backup here. Don't ever focus on your one plan. Always have backup plan, right? If his hand is not go sideways, if you don't touch his hand, that doesn't matter. If his hand touch you, then you deflect it by naturally deflect it. You don't want to, like I said, you don't want to do this and then punch. You don't want to do this and then punch, right? Go right, go right in, go right in like this, right? And when you punch, you remember to step with the opposite leg. That's very important because that's your power line. So when you punch the guy like this, right? There one thing that I forget to tell you that you can also use the jump out reverse, right? Because sometimes the guy hand is not here. If the guy's hand is here, you can keep punching him, right? But what if the guy's hand is here? Because he's taller than you. So now, hands up, don't let me do it. So now, when you punch, it doesn't work, right? So that's why after this, you need to like track it backwards so that you can punch him, right? Remember, reverse jumps out. You don't want to like track his hand down like this because if you track his hand down like this, if you have a good result, you in a problematic situation because okay, counter me, don't be nice to me, right? Yeah, you get a back fist, right? I'm just exaggerated, but that will happen if the guy have a better result than you, right? And a lot of guys train result too. You see it in BJJ, you see it in Jiu-Jitsu, you see it in Judo, Aikido. So many are train result too, not just Wing Chun people. So don't just go out and then say, we Wing Chun people, we got the best result in the world. No, you don't, okay? Okay, so back to our lesson, right? I'm gonna show you one follow-up, right? Let's say you punch like this, and then the guy punch you again, and then you can pass out, and then you inch power the guy. Remember to open your palm up, because at this you might miss, right? But when you open, you see this line right here, it touches jaws very perfectly in line. So when you're doing that, like punch, and then see how it's matched, you cannot miss from it, and then you just inch powers the guys, right? Training inch power is very important because Wing Chun is designed to fight in this close situation, so you never have the time to like draw it back and then punch the guy like this, right? You have to use inch powers, right? And believe me or not, people always say that Wing Chun punch doesn't make sense because it's so weak. But if you eat 10 Wing Chun punch, now is it weak anymore, right? It's not like boxing where you like a sniper, you go bang, the guy go to sleep, right? Wing Chun is like Asian people. Asian people like to work hard. So we like to like punch the guy 10 times. Okay, 10 times he not knock out, another 10 punch to the head, right? Okay, but don't do that to anyone, right? Be nice to people, okay? So now I'm gonna show you how to train the solo. There are many ways of doing it. Again, you can do it from a ceiling pose perspective that you see from this you fat out and then you like this, right? And then you like this. Remember, don't chop it down. A lot of people chop it down. You want to like fat like this. Here, open, forward, right? Forward. Don't chop it down. Don't chop it to the side, right? Forward. That's just the mechanic of the elbow by itself. And then when you actually apply it, you want to take the turn. So you take the jump kill turn on this, right? And then you just apply with the elbow. So you elbow. Remember, elbow always in, right? And then you're doing this, right? And then you turn it into a punch. When you turn to a punch, this becomes the wu zhao to catch another punch, you see, right? Very simple and straightforward, right? And that's it for today's tutorial. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment sections. I would love to assist you with all of your problems because your problems might help me to learn something new, right? Okay, thank you. That's it for today. And enjoy your week. Make sure you train hard. Oh, you need to subscribe me too if you want more tutorial about Wing Chun. Peace.